everyone, it's Charlie Faye, the Fitness Fairy, and today I want to share one of my favorite forms of fitness, barre. So barre is a low-impact, high-intensity workout that utilizes a ballet bar as well as standard ballet positions to lengthen and strengthen your muscles. I mean, in other words, barre is essentially doing micro movements until your muscles shake, and that's where they start to change. And it can seem intimidating because it is ballet-based, but barre is actually a great cross-training for all kinds of athletes because it focuses on your intrinsic muscles, the smaller muscles that surround the bigger ones that are usually exercised. It helps create longevity as well as balance, posture, overall length and strength. So let's get into it. I have my ballet bar here, or clothing rack. You can also use a chair, a counter, whatever is easiest for you to hold on to. And then we're gonna bring our heels together and our toes apart like a little pizza. This is first position in ballet. Then we're gonna bring our feet a little wider than our hips with our toes still facing outward. This would be our second position. Put that hand on your hip and then do a slight bend in your knee, otherwise known as a plie in ballet. And once you find that nice bend, I want you to tuck your pelvis under. Think straightening your spine, almost as if there's an anchor attached to your tailbone, keeping you tethered to the earth. So we're gonna start with some slow bends in our knees, and then we'll progressively get harder and harder. So we're gonna start down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. Really focusing on finding that point where we start to feel our muscles shake a little bit, but still keeping that tailbone nice and heavy, almost as if your back's against a wall, and keeping your core engaged to keep everything right and tight. Let's hold our lowest position and pulse a little bit. Let's pulse, pulse, hold, pulse. Pulse, hold. Again, really focusing on finding that shaking point. It doesn't have to be a crazy pulse to be crazy effective here. Breathe it out. Woo! I can already tell this one's gonna kick my booty. All right, now let's speed it up and pulse it tempo. Breathing through it. Finding that shake, keeping that back straight, that chest nice and proud, like a tall, beautiful ballerina. And let's take a break. Now, let's make it a little harder. Because barre is low impact, it's super easy to modify whether you need to make the movements a little less difficult or more difficult. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna find our second position again, heels together, toes apart, a little wider, toes still out. And this time we're gonna rise up to our highest tippy toes, activating a bit deeper into our calves and our thighs. We'll find that bend again. Woo, already feeling that shake. And then tuck that tailbone, straight spine, strong core. Let's get back into those slow up and downs. Here's down for 2 and up for 2. Woo, down for 2 and up for 2. If you can't tell, I'm already shaking here. Maybe you are too. There's always the option to come to your flat feet again if this becomes too intense, but try to breathe through it because the shaking is where the magic happens. Hold it low and pulse it twice. Here's pulse, pulse, hold, pulse, pulse, hold. Really checking in with my core here because I want to finish with a balance. And in order to balance, we need to make sure that our core is very engaged. So let's pulse it tempo. Here's pulse, 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 pulse. I'm also gonna bring my arm up to the sky, adding a bit more challenge for my core. Then I'm gonna find a nice low pulse and find my balance. Let's count to 10. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. You got this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woohoo! We did